Hello and welcome to the Daily Self Love Podcast. I'm your host CS Neha Bajaj, and today let's dive into the heart of being vulnerable. Let's understand vulnerability, that is the raw, unfiltered expression of our true selves. Vulnerability is often misunderstood as a sign of weakness, but in reality, it is the bravest form of authenticity. You being brave, you being open, and you being acceptable about who you are, that takes courage. And so for everyone who knows me, knows this particular thing about myself, that I am being very particular when it comes to me being authentic with every other person I'm talking to. But any one of them could ask, how can you say that you are always authentic? How can you say that? And my answer would be that I am not hiding myself out. I am just being the person I really am from within. That might be in disagreement with the society's norms, that might be in disagreement with what other people who are listening to me might have an opinion about that particular thought, or that particular the topic that we might be discussing at that moment. But I am not in a position where I am pleasing someone. I am not saying, okay, this is my thought, but then this person is not going to accept me if I am going to counter their thoughts, right? Let's just assume that I am very much okay and I am in alignment with what the thought process of that other person is. But when I say I'm authentic, that means if I have to raise a question, if I have to argue, in short, if I have to put across my point on any particular topic in front of a person, in front of a group of people, in front of the entire society, I am bold enough to speak out my truth without even thinking of how that other person or how that group of people are going to have an opinion about me. And that is where the birth of authenticity lies. Vulnerability, like I always mention, vulnerability is often misunderstood as a sign of weakness, but in reality it is the bravest form of authenticity. I just mentioned a few moments back. You have to understand that you being vulnerable is about you shedding the mask, peeling away the layers, and presenting yourself to the world, flaws and all. Authenticity is born in the embrace of vulnerability. When we allow ourselves to be seen without pretense, we create an authentic connection both with ourselves and with others. It's in the willingness to show our imperfections that true beauty is revealed. Now, society often encourages us to wear masks, to conform to certain expectations. You embracing your vulnerability is giving you the power of breaking those masks and embrace the revolutionary act of self-love. Only a person who is really loving herself or himself have the courage to stand for their opinions so strongly that the words of that single person is enough for the entire society to lend ears to what that person is saying. They have a counter question, they have counter statements, they might have a debate on what that person is saying, but if that person knows, let's say if I am speaking about something, and if I know in the core of my heart that what I am speaking out, it's the best of the truth for me, that is the truth for me, right? And I am being honest with myself. So if I love myself to that core, only then I'll have the courage to speak out. And when I have the courage to speak out, and I'm actually speaking out my truth to the world out loud, many of them would not agree to what I'm saying. But who cares? I am not here standing and waiting for anyone to give approval to me. I do not need an approval. I just do not need an approval from anyone. And that power of you standing alone in a crowd is only possible if you are being vulnerable, if you are allowing yourself to be seen the way you really are, without the mask, without the shield, without the pretense. And though that can be a tool for you to stand alone, but also remember, it is also a powerful tool for you to forge and to build genuine connections. Those who align with your thought, they will come to you. They will agree to what you are saying. And you all will then have a community of people who understands what it means for you all to speak your truth out. And like great leaders, great mentors of the world always say, you are a sum total of the top 5 people you associate yourself with. Now just imagine you associate yourself with these kind of people. What would be the limit of you stopping yourself from dreaming high, living high, achieving high? What would be the limit? What would be the limit for you? If you'll ask me, I would say the limit is you becoming unstoppable. It's you becoming unstoppable because you are having a perspective of life where you know every single thing is possible for you to do and achieve only if you show up with courage. Only if you have the resilience to stand up the storms that has to come in a way. But then those storms, those difficulties, those challenges will come anyway. If you are strong enough, only then you can withstand those challenges. And that strength, that inner strength comes from you being authentic, you being vulnerable. Whether it's relationships, friendships, within ourselves, the authenticity that vulnerability brings, it cultivates a deep, meaningful bond. And not only that, vulnerability is a healing force as well. When we expose our true selves, we not only heal our own wounds, but also create a space, a safe space for others to feel seen and understood. And so, just remember that authenticity in vulnerability is not an all or nothing endeavor. It's a journey, a continuous unveiling of your true essence. My suggestion for you is to embrace it, celebrate it, and watch how authenticity enriches every facet of your life. Thank you so very much for joining me and for tuning into this episode. And till next time, stay blessed, stay happy, stay self-loved, and connect with me. DM me. I am available on every platform at @CS Neha Bajaj. But I would be so much happy if you could connect with me on LinkedIn, again at @CS Neha Bajaj. Thank you so very much for your time. Best wishes. And tomorrow I am going to delve deep into this one topic a bit further. Okay, so till next time, bye bye, take care.